What you saying, people? Back with a bang. This is the Money Management. And so, today I'm going to talk about the most profitable company in the world. Now, everybody knows this company is Apple. And if you didn't know, well, now you know. Apple, ticker symbol AAPL, right now is at a $1.4 trillion market cap. That's absolutely unbelievable. That's ridiculous. So today, the reason I'm talking about Apple is because they are announcing earnings today. So we're going to find out exactly what's going on inside the company, and obviously we're going to analyze those numbers. So, is it the right time to buy Apple? Well, as I just told you, it's the most profitable company in the world. It's an unbelievable company. We all know it's a great company. We all know they've got an amazing business model. We all know they're extremely successful. So that's not the question. That's not what we're here to discuss. We're here to discuss whether it's the right time to invest in them or not. So, just over a year ago, in January, they were trading at $150 per share. Now, as I showed you a few days ago, it has shot up to over $310 per share. So quite frankly, if you had invested your money in Apple this time last year, it would have been probably one of the best investments you could have done, because right now, a year later, you'd have got almost 100% return. So like I said, is the current valuation right at this point in time correct? Over $300 per share. Is it the right time to buy Apple? Is it going to continue to rise, or is it, has the main profits gone? So at this point in time, to start off with, let's look at the trading PE and the forward PE. So right now, the trading PE is just under 27. And guess what? The forward PE is just over 21. Now, over the past few years, we're used to seeing Apple at, between an 11 and 17 trading PE and forward PE. So the fact that right now it's at 21 and 27 means it's a lot more than usual. Is it overvalued? Who knows? Again, like I said, we all know they're a great company. The business model is amazing. But we're talking about the current valuation of the stock price itself. And of course, the valuation of Apple as a company overall. So, the forward PE and obviously the trading PE ratio right now are the highest I've ever seen. In the last 10 years, this is definitely the highest I've ever seen. I'm used to seeing them at, between 11 and 17 trading PE and forward PE. Now, the highest it ever was probably back when they were releasing the first couple of iPhones, 12, 13 years ago. Since then, the PE ratios have never been as high as they are right now. So at this point in time, at this current moment, to understand further about whether the company is overvalued or not, you have to take a deep look at what the analysts are saying. And obviously do an in-depth analysis. Now, there's a reason those guys are paid to do this. So we have to look at what they are saying. Things like earnings per share, revenue, and a lot more, of course. So we'll just take a look at a couple of things just to understand a little bit more exactly what the situation is right now. If we take a look at what the analysts are expecting over the next couple of years, well, earnings per share, they're expecting it to go up this current year and also next year. We'll find out today for this year, obviously. Revenue, they're expecting it to go up between 6 to 8% over the next year. Will that happen? Obviously, who knows? In the past we're looking at 12% increases in revenue, 15% increases in revenue. Now they're expecting around 6 to 8%, which obviously isn't bad, but it's not booming and it's not anything crazy which, would have been in the past. So obviously, there are way more things to break down on Apple. And if you want to look at that, just go online, type in Apple stock, and you'll find loads of different ways to break it down. Now, personally, would I invest in Apple? Well, in the past I have invested in Apple. That was around $180 per share. Obviously, I profited from that. But if I'd waited till today, I would have profited more. But I didn't actually expect it to rise this quickly. Now, would I, advise you to invest in Apple right now? Again, I always say, never listen to what anyone tells you to do. But right now, if you really want a great return on what you're putting in your money, then I'd say definitely look elsewhere. The glory years, the amazing years, the years where Apple was going to boom and rise, I think they're pretty much gone. They're still going to rise as a company. They're still going to get more revenue. They're still going to increase in earnings per share. But regarding stock price, the amount you're going to get back, I'm not sure it's worth it if you're looking for real gains. Apple is not as glamorous as it once was, when it comes to stock price. Like I've said, it's still a great company. They're still going to produce new iPhones, 5G iPhones, new smartwatches, new MacBooks, new everything. It's just not going to be the same when you look at the stock prices and what kind of returns you're going to get, profits you're going to get, and overall wins you're going to get from investing in Apple. So when we're looking at stocks, we always look at the risk versus the reward. There's not a lot of risk in Apple right now, and quite frankly, there's not that much reward either. You will get returns on your investments. The risk is not that high, again, because it's Apple, it's a great company. Is it overvalued? In my opinion, slightly. Is the stock price going to be around this price in a year? Who knows? Of course, again, I've said it multiple times. This time last year, no one would have expected Apple to maybe rise over $200, yet let alone $300. Now, everybody's seeing the stock. It's at over $300 per share. It was trading at, again, just over $150 per share this time last year. So, for me, Apple, that ship has sailed. And that's not something I would be investing in unless it drops majorly again, because now I know exactly where it can get to. But again, the most profitable company in the world, who knows what they can do? Who knows? Maybe in 5 years they're trading at $1,000 per share. Anything can happen. But look out for their earnings today. We'll see what happens. It'll be interesting to see exactly what they report. But that's it for today's video, guys. Keep liking, subscribing, sharing, commenting, all the good stuff. I've got an interesting video coming for you guys tomorrow, so stick around for that. It's very important. But I've got money to be making. You've got earnings to be looking out for. See you guys tomorrow for another video. Peace.